Have you ever noticed that different leaders completely change the feeling of a group? Some leaders make people nervous, some make people feel heard, others barely seem involved at all. And what's interesting is that the same group of people can behave very differently depending on who is leading them. That's because leadership is not just about authority, it's about psychology. The way humans respond to pressure, freedom, communication, and trust. Psychologists and leadership researchers often divide leadership into three major styles: autocratic leadership, democratic leadership, and laissez-faire leadership. These are not just business terms. They are patterns of human behavior that appear everywhere: schools, families, workplaces, sports teams, governments, and even friendships. So let's explore them through real-life situations. 1. Autocratic leadership. Imagine you are working in a restaurant during the busiest hour of the night. Orders are coming in fast, the kitchen is loud, people are stressed. Then suddenly, multiple things go wrong at once. A customer complaint, a delayed order, a kitchen mistake. At that moment, the steps in and says, "You handle table 6, redo that order immediately, stop talking, and focus." Nobody argues, nobody starts a group discussion, everyone moves quickly because the situation requires speed and control. That is autocratic leadership. One person takes charge and makes decisions directly. Psychologically, this style works because humans often look for certainty during stressful situations. When people are overwhelmed, too many opinions can increase confusion. Clear direction can reduce panic. That is why autocratic leadership often appears in emergency rooms, military environments, crisis situations, high-pressure workplaces. Now imagine that same leadership style happening every single day. The manager controls everything. Employees cannot share ideas. People are constantly monitored. Eventually, workers stop being creative because they feel their input does not matter anyway. Some become emotionally disconnected, others become afraid of making mistakes. And this shows the downside of autocratic leadership. Too much control may create obedience, but it can also reduce confidence, creativity, and motivation. People may follow instructions without truly engaging mentally or emotionally. Now imagine a completely different environment. A teacher is planning a class project. Instead of deciding everything alone, the teacher asks, "What kind of project would interest you most? How should teams be organized? What problems do you think we should solve?" Suddenly, students start participating. People share ideas. Some disagree respectfully. Others build on each other's thoughts. The classroom feels collaborative. That is democratic leadership. The leader still guides the group, but people are included in the process. Psychologically, this matters because humans want to feel heard. When people believe their opinions matter, they usually become more motivated and emotionally invested. Think about a workplace where employees feel comfortable sharing ideas. People are often more creative because they are not afraid of being ignored or punished for speaking up. This is one reason many modern companies prefer collaborative leadership styles. Innovation grows more easily in environments where communication is open. But democratic leadership also has weaknesses. Imagine a group trying to make an urgent decision. Everyone wants to share opinions. The discussion becomes longer and longer. Eventually, too much collaboration slows action. This reveals something important about human psychology. People value inclusion, but groups also need direction. Without structure, Endless discussion can become frustration. Good democratic leaders know how to balance participation with decision-making. Laissez-faire leadership. Now imagine you are part of a team of experienced designers creating a new film project. Instead of controlling every detail, the creative director says, "You already know the vision. I trust your judgment." The team is given freedom to experiment and create independently. That is laissez-faire leadership. The leader steps back and allows people to manage themselves. This style works best when individuals are highly skilled, experienced, and self-motivated. Psychologically, humans often perform better when they feel trusted. Freedom can increase creativity because people feel ownership over their work. But now imagine the opposite situation. A new employee joins a company where nobody explains expectations clearly. The manager rarely gives feedback. Team members are confused about responsibilities. Some people work hard, others do very little. Over time, frustration grows because there is not enough structure. This is the danger of laissez-faire leadership. Too little guidance can create uncertainty and low accountability. Some people thrive with independence. Others need support, direction, and feedback to stay focused. And this teaches us something important. Leadership effectiveness depends not only on the leader, but also on the needs of the people being led. One of the biggest misunderstandings about leadership is the idea that one style is always best. In reality, different situations activate different human needs. During emergencies, people often want certainty and direction. During creative work, people often want collaboration and freedom. During highly skilled work, people may prefer independence. Great leaders understand this. They adjust based on the emotional and psychological needs of the situation. Because leadership is really about managing human behavior, managing stress, managing motivation, managing trust, managing communication. Every leadership style creates a different emotional atmosphere. Autocratic leadership may create discipline, but also fear. Democratic leadership may create trust, but also slower decisions. Laissez-faire leadership may create freedom, but also confusion. And in many ways, leadership is the art of balancing opposite human needs, the need for structure and the need for freedom, the need for guidance and the need for independence. Final thought. Leadership is not just about power, it is about influence. The ability to shape how people think, feel, communicate, and work together. And the three major leadership styles, autocratic, democratic, and laissez-faire, are really three different ways humans organize social behavior. Some leaders control tightly, some leaders collaborate openly, some leaders step back completely. But all leadership styles reveal something deeper about human psychology, how people respond to authority, trust, pressure, and freedom.